I have spent 35 years treating hair loss, and I'm about to tell you something that goes against almost everything the beauty industry wants you to believe. There are 5 popular hair loss treatments. Real money on right now. Sitting on bathroom shelves and booked into clinics this very week that I would never use myself and that I would beg my own family to walk away from. Not because they are always dangerous, but because they either do nothing at all, cost a fortune for a result you could get for pennies, or quietly make the problem worse while feeling like progress. And the reason you have never heard a doctor say this out loud is simple. There is enormous money in these 5, and almost none in telling you the truth about them. Stay with me until the end, because the 5th one is the most popular of all, the one you have almost certainly considered or already tried. And it is the one that wastes the most time for people who are genuinely running out of it. Your own doctor has probably never warned you about these. Not because they are hiding it, because appointments are too short, and honestly, because some of them profit from a few of these. I'm Dr. Alan Brooks. I have been a board-certified dermatologist for 35 years, focused entirely on hair and scalp, and more than 10,000 patients have sat across my desk. And I will tell you what finally pushed me to make this video. It was watching person after person walk in, having already spent hundreds, sometimes thousands, on these exact 5 things, arriving discouraged and broke, convinced they had tried everything, when in reality they had tried all the wrong things, sold to them by people who knew better. I got tired of being the one who had to tell them the money was gone and the time was wasted. So I would rather tell you before you spend it. This channel is where I say what I never have time to say in a 15-minute visit. And today, I'm saying the part that makes the industry uncomfortable. Let me be fair before I begin, because this matters. I am not telling you that everyone using these is a fool, or that these products are all scams in the legal sense. Some of them work beautifully for a completely different purpose than the one they are sold to you for. My objection is specific. It is about using them to actually stop hair loss and regrow hair, which is the promise on the box. Judged against that promise, these 5 fail, and I will show you exactly why. And more importantly, what to do instead. Keep a mental note, because for every single one I am going to give you the smarter, cheaper, or safer alternative. And before the countdown, let me give you the one filter that explains this entire list, because if you understand it, you will never be fooled by a hair product again. Ask yourself of anything you are about to buy. Does this treat the appearance of my hair, or does it treat the biology of my hair loss? Those are 2 completely different things, and the industry deliberately blurs the line between them. Treating the appearance means making the hair you still have look or feel fuller. For a few hours, fibers, coatings, thickening sprays, silky serums. None of it grows a single new hair. Treating the biology means doing something to the living follicle underneath, improving its blood supply, calming the hormone that shrinks it, feeding it the raw materials it needs. Only the second category can actually change your future. Almost everything on this list is Category 1, sold to you as if it were Category 2. And here is the truly important part, the reason this is not just about wasted money. Every month you spend on appearance while ignoring biology is a month your follicles keep shrinking. So the cost is never just the price on the box. The real cost is the time. And in hair loss, time is the one thing that decides whether a follicle can still be saved. Hold that filter in your mind for all 5, appearance versus biology, and watch how cleanly it cuts through every one of them. So let me start with the one that hurts to talk about, because so many kind, hopeful people fall for it first. Number 5 on my list of things I would never use, and yet the very first thing most people reach for, is the ordinary over-the-counter biotin supplement, marketed as a hair growth miracle. Now stay with me, because this one is nuanced. Biotin is a real vitamin, and it is genuinely essential for healthy hair. If you are truly deficient in it, correcting that deficiency can absolutely help. But here is the truth. The supplement industry does not advertise. Real biotin deficiency is extremely rare in people who eat a normal diet. Your body gets plenty from eggs, nuts, and everyday food. So when you swallow a mega-dose biotin gummy, if you were not deficient, and almost no one is, you are producing very expensive urine and nothing more. Your body simply flushes out what it cannot use. But it gets worse than useless, and this is the part that genuinely concerns me as a doctor. High-dose biotin can interfere with common laboratory blood tests, including tests for your thyroid, and critically, tests used to diagnose a heart attack. There are documented cases of biotin throwing off those results and leading to dangerous confusion in a hospital. So you are taking a pill that probably does nothing for your hair and could mislead your doctor in an emergency. The mistake is believing that because biotin is in every hair product, more of it must mean more hair. It does not. Here is what I would do instead. Do not chase a single vitamin in a gummy. Get your hair-building nutrients from real food, and if you suspect a genuine shortage, ask your doctor for actual blood work rather than guessing. That is free, and it is real. Number 4, and this one makes me wince every time I see the price tag, is the vast majority of expensive over-the-counter hair growth shampoos and thickening serums that promise to regrow your hair from a bottle you rinse down the drain. Let me explain the fundamental problem, because it is almost comically simple once you see it. A shampoo sits on your scalp for, 30, 60 seconds, and then you rinse it away. Whatever active ingredient it contains has almost no time to penetrate and no chance to build up where it needs to work. It is like taking a medicine and spitting it out 5 seconds later. The serums are often no better, because many are built around silicones and coating agents that make your existing hair feel thicker and look shinier in the moment, which people mistake for regrowth, when all that has happened is the strand got temporarily wrapped in a slick film. Nothing has grown. You have paid $40, $50, sometimes $80 to make the hair you already have feel briefly nicer while your actual thinning continues underneath. The mistake is judging these by how your hair feels in the shower, because that feeling is exactly what they are engineered to sell you. Here is what I would do instead. If you want an active working on your scalp, use one with real evidence and enough contact time, a proven leave-on treatment, or a genuinely gentle shampoo whose job is simply to not damage your scalp, not to perform a miracle in 60 seconds. Save the $80. Before I give you the top 3, the ones that move from wasteful to genuinely troubling, do something for me. Type in the comments which of these you have already tried. The biotin gummies, the $40 growth shampoo, something further down this list, and tell me your age. I promise you are going to see hundreds of people admitting the exact same thing, and there is real comfort in knowing you were not the only one who fell for it. Number 3 is one that surprises people, because it feels so high-tech and looks so scientific. These are the low-quality laser combs and cheap laser cap devices sold online with dazzling before and after photos, promising to regrow your hair with the power of light. Now, I want to be precise here, because there is a real science called low-level laser therapy, and at genuine clinical strength and consistency, it does have some legitimate evidence behind it. That is exactly why this one is so effective at separating people from their money. The real thing exists, so the cheap knockoffs feel believable. But the devices flooding the internet at bargain prices are very often underpowered, poorly built, and nothing like what was actually studied. They do not deliver the strength or the coverage the research used. So you buy a gadget that looks like the future, use it faithfully for months, and get nothing, all while your genuinely treatable hair loss marches on, and the window to address it properly quietly closes. The mistake is assuming that because a technology is real, every cheap version of it works. Here is what I would do instead. Do not spend a few $100s on an unproven gadget out of desperation. Put that same energy and money into the small number of treatments with strong, repeated human evidence. And if you're genuinely interested in laser therapy, ask a dermatologist whether a properly validated device is worth it for your specific situation, rather than gambling online. Number 2 is where I get truly serious, and where the stakes stop being about wasted money and start being about your health and your safety. This is the category of unregulated hair growth pills and mystery herbal blends sold online. The ones with proprietary formulas, exotic-sounding ingredients, and wild testimonials that you swallow with no idea what is actually inside. Here is what frightens me about these. Because they are sold as supplements, not medicines, no one is checking them the way a real drug is checked. Investigations have repeatedly found these products contaminated with heavy metals, spiked with hidden pharmaceutical drugs that were never listed on the label, or containing doses of active compounds far higher or lower than claimed. So you might be swallowing an undisclosed hormone, a contaminant, or a drug that interacts dangerously with your other medications, all in the name of growing hair. I have seen patients develop real problems from these: liver strain, unexpected reactions, and worse, all traced back to a bottle they trusted from the internet. The mistake is believing that natural on the label means safe in the bottle, when there is often no one verifying what is in it at all. Here is what I would do instead, and I mean this firmly. Anything powerful enough to genuinely affect the hormones behind hair loss is powerful enough to need a doctor's oversight. If a treatment is strong enough to work, it is strong enough to require a real prescription and real monitoring. Get it properly, or do not take it at all. And now, number 1, the most popular of all, the one you have almost certainly considered, and the one that wastes the most precious time for the people who can least afford to lose it. I would never let a loved one pour their hope into simply doing nothing but waiting, hidden behind hats, concealer fibers, and clever comb-overs, telling themselves they will deal with it someday. Let me tell you about David, 59, a patient of mine, one of the smartest men I have met. And for 3 full years, his entire hair loss strategy was those little sprinkle-on fibers that cling to your existing hair to fake density, plus a growing collection of hats. Every morning he performed the ritual. Every morning it hid the problem for a few hours, and every single one of those 3 years, the follicles underneath, the ones that were still alive and still treatable when he started, were quietly shrinking past the point of return. Here is the cruel biology at the heart of this. Hair loss treatments work best, and often only work at all, while the follicle is still alive but struggling. Once a follicle has fully miniaturized and gone dormant for too long, no oil, no drug, no laser, nothing brings it back. There is a window, and concealing the problem, while it feels harmless and even sensible, does nothing but run down the clock on that window. Those fibers and hats are not a treatment. They are a beautifully disguised way of doing nothing while the one thing you cannot get back, time, slips away. When David finally came to me, some of what he had lost was simply gone, no longer treatable, when 3 years earlier it could have been saved. The mistake, the biggest and most human one on this entire list, is treating the appearance of the problem while ignoring the biology of it and telling yourself that waiting is free. Waiting is the most expensive choice of all. Here's what I would do instead, and it is the whole point of this video. The moment you notice real thinning, do not hide it and do not panic buy gadgets and gummies. Get a proper evaluation to understand what is actually driving your loss, and start with the small handful of approaches that genuinely have evidence, while your follicles are still alive to respond. Concealer for today is fine. Concealer instead of action for 3 years is how treatable hair loss becomes permanent. So let me pull this together into exactly what to do, because a warning without a plan is useless. Here is the honest hierarchy. Skip the mega-dose biotin gummies and get your hair nutrients from real food and real blood work instead. Skip the $80 miracle shampoos and rinse-off serums and use a gentle shampoo whose only job is to not damage your scalp, alongside a leave-on treatment with real contact time and real evidence. Skip the cheap online laser gadgets and the mystery pills entirely, because the first waste your money and the second can harm your body. And above all, do not spend years concealing the problem while the window quietly closes. The genuinely worthwhile things in hair loss are a short list. They are mostly inexpensive or properly prescribed, and they share one trait. They are honest about what they do. 2 practical tips to protect yourself going forward. First, before you buy any hair product or device, ask one simple question. Is there real human evidence that this regrows hair? Or does it just make my existing hair look or feel different? That single question eliminates most of what I just described. Second, respect the window. Take a dated photo of your scalp today and treat the early signs of thinning as a reason to act now, not later, because in hair loss, time is the one ingredient no product can sell you back. One thing, doctor to viewer, in fairness and honesty. When I say I would never use these, I am giving you my professional judgment for the goal of actually treating hair loss, not a personal attack on anyone who has tried them, and not a claim that every one of these is unsafe in every situation. Some have legitimate uses for other purposes, and nothing in this video is a substitute for a real evaluation of your specific situation, because the right answer genuinely depends on what is driving your loss. If your hair is falling out suddenly, in patches, or alongside other symptoms, see a dermatologist in person promptly. And never start or stop anything, including supplements, in a way that ignores your other medications and your own doctor's guidance. I am a doctor, but I am not your doctor. Now, one last honest word, because it is the thread running through everything I just told you. The hardest truth about hair loss is that the industry makes the most money from the things that work the least, and the least money from the simple, honest truth. That is why you are surrounded by miracle bottles and clever gadgets, and almost never hear a plain warning like this one. But here is what I want you to walk away believing. You do not need to spend a fortune, and you do not need to try everything. You need to skip the expensive distractions, respect the window while your follicles are still alive, and put your effort into the small number of things that are honest about what they do. Because this was never only about hair. It is about refusing to be sold false hope, keeping your money and your health, and taking real action while it can still make a difference, instead of comfortable action that only looks like progress. That is control, and now you have it. So ask yourself honestly, which of these 5 you have been relying on. Take that dated photo tonight and come back and tell me in the comments which one you are ready to walk away from. Type your age too. I read every single one. Take care of yourself. I will see you in the next one.